I am back at Mama's Happi today, one of my favorite places, Amanda.
I love to hear that.
With Amanda, and she is the proprietor of Mama's Happi, and she is going to show us how to upcycle, recycle, repurpose the vases we all get when we get a bouquet of flowers. I want to toss them in a way, except for it feels disrespectful to the person who gave me the flowers. It feels wasteful, and so I have this collection of vases.
Which I think probably every woman, right, has that cabinet with, I don't quite want to put this out in my home, but at the same time, I don't want to throw it away.
Right.
So here's a cute, super simple way to sort of update them, get them to where you actually would want to put them out in your home again.
This is adorable. So is this the finished product?
Yes, that is our finished product. Isn't it so cute?
It looks like a tiny pineapple.
It does. It does. And the paint really is what kind of accentuated that to where you notice the design.
I can see like a beautiful peony sitting in here. Wouldn't that just be gorgeous?
Yes.
Just one stem is all you would need.
Beautiful.
So, okay, show me what we're going to do.
Okay, so my go-to product is always chalk paint by Annie Sloan.
Yes.
Love her stuff and love the fact that you can put it on anything. Super easy to use.
I also use a lot of Annie Sloan, and I will tell you, chalk paint is now, she was the original chalk paint creator, am I correct?
Correct.
But now there's a lot of other brands out there, and if you can't get Annie Sloan, then fine, but I've tried a couple of those knockoffs, and they're not as good, honestly.
No, there's a reason hers has stood the test of time, which is why we use it in our shops, because it's been around for about 30 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. And this little can of paint, it's like a warrior. It covers so much. Like, it seems like, oh, that you look at it and you're like, well, that's not going to do much. But you can do so many projects with just this one little can.
You absolutely can.
Okay, so now what?
All right, so what I love about this too is that the vases themselves don't have to be coordinating. They don't have to have any of the same style because you're going to tie them together by doing this design. So this particular one, I've just already taped off the top.
Okay.
So you're just going to paint from the tape down.
I just figured this out. We're making like a little trio.
We are. Yes, then you can take three unlike things, and this just really ties them together, and it'll be super cute on a windowsill or middle of your table. So with the paint, when I usually am painting something like glass, I'll do just what you're doing, a nice thin coat, and let that dry, and then come back, and it dries very quickly. Paint a second coat, and then you're ready to go.
So Amanda, we've talked about this before, but notice we don't have any drop cloths or anything like that, and you and I are both wearing our
cute little tops.
Yes. So the reason is Annie Sloan paint washes out, right?
Yes, I'll just take a wet paper towel and wipe off anything.
So I'm going to put this down like this. And then what's our plan with this?
Okay, so this one I thought we could just go to that natural line.
Perfect.
So if you don't have painter's tape, just pick a spot on the vase or whatever kind of container.
And the nice thing about a project like this is it does not have to be perfect.
It does not have to be perfect. And the paint too, we can take a damp cloth and just wipe off wherever you didn't want the paint.
Wherever I made a mistake?
Wherever you went. Let's not even call them a mistake.
Okay.
Where you used your creative license.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What's nice about this project, you could do it with your children, or if you happen to be one that does not have a cabinet full of vases like you and I do, you can pick these up at garage sales, Goodwill, less than $0.25.
I was going to say, yeah.
And it's just a super fun.
Yeah, there might be some people watching that are like, why did I throw those away?
Right.
So, yeah.
Head to the Goodwill where you donated them and buy them back.
It's all for the good.
It really is.
So, okay, this guy might need a little cleanup, but we can do that.
Yep, we'll get that in the second coat.
So we'll go back, and I should probably start on this one again. Is it ready?
I would probably give it about 10 or 15 minutes to dry.
All right.
So maybe we could have a cup of coffee while we do that.
Perfect. Okay, Amanda, we have applied the second coat, and I think these look pretty good. What do you think?
They do. I mean, chalk paint always, when it dries, it has a very matte or flat finish to it, which on something like this, you might say that's how I like it. Yeah. But I prefer to add the wax to it. It just is going to give it a little bit of a sheen and finish it. So.
All right, so this, I think you use, there's obviously the clear wax and the dark wax. Did you use dark on here?
Here I did clear first and then came back with a little dark. If you go straight to the dark, it'll really be a dark brown.
Okay, that's
so
a good
all
good
depends
tip.
on the look you're going for.
All right.
A little clear first is going to protect.
Now, should I take this tape off before or after?
I like to leave it because then it's going to take even the wax line off.
And make it
cleanly, yeah.
All right.
And with the wax, little goes a long way.
Yep.
And then you'll notice on this, as you're rubbing it, it'll take a little bit of it off, which is generally what we like, is to have a little bit of that distressed look.
I like that distressed look as well. Gives it a patina.
It does. Patina's a good word.
I feel like I've got this covered with wax.
Okay.
Now do I move on to my dark wax?
Yep, and again, dark wax, truly a very tiny bit.
A little goes a long way, yes.
And we're just using old t-shirts to put this on with. Just using anything that's lint-free that's been washed a lot is great for this.
So I am giving this a final seal of approval and touching it to make sure it's not sticky, because that's one of the most important parts.
That's right, because that tells you you've got too much wax left on there. Oh, it's darling, Happy. I love it. Okay, take the painter's tape off because I want to see.
This is my favorite part, the big reveal. One in here.
So cute.
That is really
Look,
cute.
We're on our way to our little...
Yeah. Let's finish this one up and see what we think of our grouping.
Sounds good.
Amanda, we've finished our adorable trio of vases, and they look great. Can I bring them to my table?
You can absolutely take them home to your table.
I love them. Thank you so much for sharing this project with us.
That was a fun one.